Yeah. No gray area. And no sitting on the fence neither. Couldn't play by the rules. Said grace with the wolves. Ever did it down and back in the Delta 88 late night when you lose. Overpay my dues. Affirm my moves. They gon' call it luck, ran it up, and damn, ain't tying my shoes. A few tax breaks and I never was the same. Building up a legacy was.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video. This is Raw Detroit on today. Make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and hit the word all so that you may be able to receive every notification that comes from the channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk about the point of no return. And the reason why I entitled this video, The Point of No Return, because basically that's where we're at right now with the Detroit Lions. We can't return back to the trade deadline. The Lions decided not to make a move. And there's been rumors that the Lions were projected to make some type of trade, but the Lions did not make a trade. So we have to play with the cards that we have been dealt. And it's not easy, man, especially when we're dealing with our guys, because our guys stay hurt a lot. Josh Pascal hurt early in the season. Now looks like he's on his way back pretty soon. And then we're looking at Marcus Davenport probably sometime in December coming back. But at the same time, you know, you just want this team to get better and you want to see this team be able to compete for a Super Bowl. We don't know if this is going to be the year, if the Lions are going to make it to the Super Bowl. We have no idea. The playoffs have not begun yet, and the Lions are still trying to rack up wins in order to get in the postseason. It looks like it's going to be a little bit tough this season, especially with the ups and downs of the NFC North this year. Teams are just kind of up and down. You know, you got Vikings winning sometimes, and then you have the Bears winning sometimes, and then you got the Green Bay Packers winning at times, and then you got the Lions winning at times. So it's like you don't really know who's going to walk away with the division title this season. So, you know, everything is pretty much up in the air. But at the same time, you enter the season at a point of no return because basically Brad Holmes, you know, he could be the smartest guy in the room. Maybe Brad knows something that we don't know. Maybe we really got to trust Brad on this one, and he knows what he's talking about. Now, if this team happens to make it to the Super Bowl, then we can say, okay, Brad was truly right, and he knew what he was doing. Even though these guys were able to nurse their bumps and bruises and their injuries, they were able to fight back and get back. You know what I mean? You know, because at the beginning of the season, you know, when they decided to, no, in the offseason, when they decided to bring back Marcus Davenport, a lot of us was kind of puzzled and saying, like, why would you cut a healthy Zadarius Smith for a riddled, injury-prone player like Marcus Davenport? You know, we could not grasp why would Brad Holmes do such a thing. So just like we said, in ordinary fashion, Marcus Davenport ends up getting hurt, and then you're thinking like, okay, what is the timetable on this thing? You know, is it going to be on IR for a few weeks? How long is Marcus Davenport going to be out for? So we knew that he was going to be out for a significant amount of time, and we're hoping to get him back right before the postseason starts and things of that nature. So pretty much we came into the season banking on Hutch returning back to his old form, which he has. Still want to see Hutch get at least 12 sacks this season. I think that would be a pretty good number for him coming back off his injury. But at the same time, you got to think about Josh Pascal, who's always hurt, always in and out of the lineup. It's so much, guys. It's so much when it comes to this Detroit Lions defensive front. You know, guys staying banged up, guys continually to getting injured, and we just don't want to keep going down this rabbit hole, man. We want to be able to get to the Super Bowl and eventually win, man. I don't want to just get to the Super Bowl, man. I want to win it. I want to win it. And I know that it's a lot of Detroit Lions fans that stand with me on this. You want to win. And you're going to have to, in order for the Lions to win, in my eyes, you're going to have a good pass rush to be able to get to Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, whoever makes it. I think it'll be between those two teams that make it. I could be wrong. It could be the Colts. It could be the Denver Broncos. We don't know who's going to be the surprise juggernaut in the postseason. Or maybe, you know, the Baltimore Ravens start winning a lot of games towards the end of the season, get in the playoffs and surprise everybody. But we don't know. But right now, currently, you would probably either say Patrick Mahomes is going to make it back to another Super Bowl, or it's going to be Josh Allen walking into the Super Bowl. And we did pretty well this season with being able to defend the dual threat quarterback. We know that what we was able to do with Lamar Jackson, who is the best dual threat quarterback in the National Football League. We were able to shut him down. I believe the team had 7 sacks against Lamar Jackson. But when it comes to the postseason, will we be able to stop the quarterback? That's going to be, will we be able to get a nice pass rush on the quarterback? And I feel like, though, if we get there and we can't get to the quarterback, man, Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen could end up carving us up. Every team is trying to boost their team and get their team better for the postseason. Whether you went out and got a wide receiver, whether you went out and got an offensive lineman, whether you went and got pass rush added to your squad, you tried to do whatever you could to be able to make your team a better football team. And that's what we wanted to see from the Detroit Lions. Now, we know that there's rumors and speculation that the rookie that we drafted, Hassanin, the kid from Boise State, is going to be back on his way. But we can't bank on him because he is a 6th-round pick. So we can't bank on him to come out there and, go balls to the walls and go out there and just get it done for us. Now, shout out to Al-Qadim Muhammad, who has been playing like a number 2 and currently right now is ranked right behind Aiden Hutchinson when it comes to getting sacks on the quarterback. So shout out to him for being able to hold it down, because we thought that we was going to get this type of production from Marcus Davenport. We thought that Marcus Davenport would be able to stay healthy a full season, but we know better than that, because we know the history with Marcus Davenport. He has never been able to play in just a full entire season in a long time. It's been a while since Marcus Davenport has been able to play a full season. And we were banking on that. And that's the biggest thing that just got my mind puzzled this season, is that Brad Holmes knew what he was getting when he signed to get Marcus Davenport back on the roster and decided to part ways with Zadarius Smith. And then we know that Zadarius Smith ended up getting picked up by the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Eagles were never satisfied after Zadarius stepped out and said he wanted to retire. They continued to look to get better and being able to rush the quarterback. And they went out and got another pass rusher in Jalen Phillips from the Miami Dolphins. Now, a lot of speculation coming out of Miami is that the Detroit Lions would probably come out to Jalen Phillips, but Howie Roseman ends up pulling a deal to get Jalen Phillips. So now, man, this dude just beats us to the punch every time. Every time we're trying to get somebody, Philly ends up risking it all and going out and getting that player. And we just wish that Brad Holmes would do the same thing, that he would risk it a little bit. It's risky, man. When you're going out and trying to get another player to gel with the team towards the end of the season, it can be a risky thing, and I understand that. But at the same time, man, you're really hoping that these guys will be able to stay healthy for the full extended period, the rest of the season, that they'll be able to help us. So it's going to be on Brad Holmes. All of this is going to fall on Brad Holmes, whether he was supposed to get somebody in the trade deadline, whether he should have got somebody in the offseason at the edge position. This all is going to lay in his lap. So we're going to see if this team is really, truly a good football team. We know that we have an elite offense, but we had that last year, and we got put out the playoffs. We were the number 1 team, especially in the NFC, and pretty much all of the NFL, man. And we got put out in the first round by a rookie quarterback. So, the expectations and the goal stands. We want to be able to make it to a Super Bowl, and we want to eventually be able to win a Super Bowl in Detroit. And I tell you guys, if Detroit ever wins a Super Bowl, the city of Detroit will erupt, because that's what Detroit has been waiting on for so many years. So many years. It's been a long time since these guys ever won a championship. The last time they won a championship, it wasn't even in the Super Bowl era. It was in way beyond when they were winning NFL championships. But now it's a point of no return, where basically, man, we gotta go out there and play with the cards we've been dealt and the team that we have. So hopefully, man, this team is capable to come off his injuries and we're able to perform when the postseason comes, because that's when we're going to know if Brad Holmes made the right decision. Peace.